course of this week. Mayor John Cooper says this will help Nashville to meet the goal to become 50% vaccinated by May 1st. Right now, 28% of Nashvillians have gotten their first dose of the vaccine. But in order to get your vaccine here at Hadley Park, you have to register for it. I posted a direct link over on my social media accounts at Aaron the News Guy. There you can sign up to receive your COVID-19 vaccine. Reporting live in North Nashville, Aaron Cantrell, News Channel 5.
Aaron, thank you very much. And Metro Public Health continues working to get the vaccine to communities of color. 272 people were vaccinated at an event this weekend at the Islamic Center of Tennessee in Antioch. The health department says it is planning more events similar to that one. And of course, vaccine eligibility expands today up in Kentucky. Anyone 16 and older can now make an appointment to get the vaccine. Right now, only the Pfizer vaccine is approved for 16 and 17-year-olds. 1.4 million people are vaccinated in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Rebecca?
And then as more shots go into arms, people are feeling more comfortable traveling. In fact, we are seeing pandemic era records being set in the air. News Channel 5's Cole Johnson joins us live from Nashville International Airport this morning. Cole, more travelers flooded airports just this past weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, they're flooding the airport right now. Just imagine this, the morning is really getting started for so many of you at home, but it's been so busy here this morning. We're seeing people downstairs, upstairs, in lines to check in for their flights, in line for security. It's been very busy, but those records that you were talking about, Saturday marked the 24th day in a row where there are more than 1 million passengers screened at airports across the country, according to TSA. And this is happening as health experts are warning about more coronavirus cases. Now, when it comes to why this travel spike is all of a sudden happening now, some travelers have given a couple reasons, like COVID fatigue and more vaccines being doled out. Health officials say the vaccine is the answer to COVID-19 fatigue. Right now, the vaccines and virus are really competing, and we're seeing changes all across the country in terms of how the pandemic is being handled, all while some health officials fear another surge.
At this point, we will see in the next 2 weeks the highest number of cases reported globally since the beginning of the pandemic. In terms of the United States, we're just at the beginning of this surge. We haven't even really begun to see it yet.
You've probably heard more about that CDC travel guidance that was released on Friday. We're going to be digging into that in the next half hour, so you guys want to stay tuned for that. If you're interested in flying, and it's for those that are fully vaccinated, so stay tuned for that, guys.
All right, Cole, thanks so much. Hey, we have a big problem on the roadways near the Dixon-Hickman County line. State Route 46 shut down in both directions right now for a pretty serious sounding crash that officials don't expect to clear until 11 o'clock this morning. We're working right now to find out details about who was involved in this crash and how they're doing. But in the meantime, go ahead and use the alternate route just west of this old Highway 46. Thankfully, it runs pretty much parallel to Highway 46, so you can use that either direction throughout the morning. I-40 near Spence Lane looks pretty good. Maybe a little hazy out there over on this side of town, but no problem heading in from the east side. Maybe you're coming in from Wilson County. I-40 over near Jefferson Street. Good morning, North Nashville. No problem in your neck of the woods this morning. In fact, I don't have a single crash working on the crash and traffic map. Just that issue near the Dixon-Hickman County line. The traffic report brought to you by the Siragusa Vein and Laser Center. Leland, we hope weather is looking as good as traffic.
You know what, Rebecca, it is great weather over the weekend. That trend will continue for you today in this first week of April. Now, by the middle of the week, here comes a rain chance. Right now, though, we head to Gallatin. Good morning, Sumner County and Gallatin. Right now, you've got a few clouds your way, but you'll get some of those in and out this morning, but a lot of sunshine on the way for us. It's chilly there. You're 44 degrees right now. Downtown may be a few degrees cooler than that as you work your way up from Gallatin back up toward Bethpage and back over toward the Westmoreland area. There's a look at radar for you this morning, and we are looking good for you, my friend, rain-free. So for folks who are wanting to get out, do a little yard work today, our construction friends, farmer friends, you're all in good weather shape today. 44 Clarksville, 42 Bowling Green, 39 McMinnville, down in the nursery capital of the world, and down toward Fayetteville, you are at 44. Now notice these temperatures a little bit later in the day, between 75 and 80 as you get west of the plateau. along the higher elevations here, mid to low 70s going into the afternoon. Here is our weather kit for you. This is Olivia. She's got on long sleeves this morning, so some students who get cool easily may want long sleeves now, but short sleeves later. She's showing us near the 80-degree mark later today. Our school of the day takes us over in East Nashville. Warner Elementary Arts Magnet on last week as part of their Read Me Week program for the, it's usually a week, but this time out with virtual stuff. It's gone on for a couple of weeks for a lot of schools. I was speaking to Mr. Kavan's first grade classroom, and I read to them my lucky day. So to the first graders over there at Warner Arts Magnet in East Nashville, and to everybody over at Warner, good morning to you. We'd love to feature your school as a school of the day. Hit us up with an email, school@newschannel5.com. 7-day forecast is on the way, but right now it's 6:11. Let's check in with Nick.
All right, Leland. Good morning to you. Live in the 5 Alert Center, this search will continue today for this woman in Perry County. Authorities were out all weekend. There's concern foul play was involved. All of the very latest on that search when we come back.
And maybe you've just gotten your stimulus check, or you're no longer going to be working from home and you're going to be driving more going into the office. Either way, maybe you're thinking about buying a new car. Stick around. We'll tell you what you need to know before you even step foot in the dealership. Next.
Happening now, the search continues for a missing Perry County woman as authorities consider the possibility of foul play. News Channel 5's Nick Barrows live for us in the 5 Alert Center. Nick, they were even out searching on Easter.
That's right. Over the holiday weekend, crews using cadaver dogs. The serious concern right now on the well-being of one Rosanna Zadakis, who's been missing since last Wednesday. And that search is going to continue this morning. All right. She's been missing, as I said, since last Wednesday. Last seen on foot in the Cypress Creek Marina area there. Over the weekend, search crews were out in Perry County canvassing neighborhoods, interviewing neighbors, searching the area there around the marina. One person was taken in briefly for questioning, but then released. No charges filed. Later today, we're told that aircraft and those cadaver dogs will be back out again doing what they call a grid search, section by section to where she was last seen. Again, it's a mystery what happened to Sadakis. The question is this an accident? Is this foul play? They just don't know, but she's missing and they desperately want to find her. The family obviously very concerned. Anyone with information on her potential whereabouts is asked to contact the Perry County Sheriff's Department. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Nick, thank you for covering this and thanks for the update. Well, buying a new car can certainly be stressful. You have to decide which model you want, then what color and which options. Then you have to figure out exactly how much you're going to pay for it and what you're going to get. Jennifer Krause is here live to help sort out some of that confusion. Jen, this is one of the biggest decisions people are going to make.
Sure is, Ben. And, you know, figuring out all of those added fees and charges on the bill when you go to pay for that new car can be a real challenge. A lot of times there are all sorts of mysterious fees that you have no idea about. Turns out one of them, new car buyers are paying a lot more for. Do you pay an extra fee for those eggs you bought to get from the farmer to the grocery store? Of course not. But you likely paid a similar fee the last time you bought a car. It's called a destination fee.
Also called delivery, processing, and handling, or inland freight and handling fee.
Mike Monticello is a car expert with Consumer Reports.
We know destination fees have something to do with getting a car from a factory or U.S. port to a dealership, but there's not a lot of transparency beyond that.
These non-negotiable fees appear as a line item on car window stickers. They're rarely disclosed in ads or on automaker websites. And because of that, these hefty fees can take unsuspecting buyers by surprise. And there's another even bigger problem. Consumer Reports investigation found that automakers have increased destination fees from an average of $840 in 2011 to $1,240 in 2020. That's almost a 50% increase and more than 2.5 times the rate of inflation. So what gives?
The lack of transparency about how destination fees are derived and the rate that they've been increasing deserves a second look. Many consumer advocates suspect these fees are just a way for automakers to boost the bottom line without officially raising prices.
So what can you do? Consumer Reports says to negotiate the bottom line for the vehicle, not the destination fees, since the dealer likely won't budge on these. Insist on discussing your out-the-door all-in price, and don't be shy about asking for a reduction. If you don't get it, consider walking away. Car dealers expect you to haggle, and they just might match your price to make the sale. And one more thing, Consumer Reports says the best way to haggle is through email. Not only is it COVID-19 safe, but it also means that you have a deal that you would like in hand, in writing, before you even step foot in the dealership. Rebecca.
Very smart, Jen. Thanks for all that good advice. Let's take a look right now. Once you have your new car and you're hitting the road this morning, things are looking pretty nice on I-40 near Briley Parkway. I was looking at this TDOT camera. This is over on the east side, so closer to the airport, because it looked like there was a little bit of a slowdown on some of the ramps there. But as you can see, no major problem once we actually get the camera up and checking that area out. I-24 near Harding looks pretty nice coming up through South Nashville, 24 west and east, moving right along. My one big problem is on the Dixon-Hickman County line. State Route 46 reported completely closed at Abiff Road. Just use Old Highway 46 throughout the morning. The crash not expected to clear for hours. This is the area south of I-40. You can see west of 840 in that part of town. Now let's head to Leland.
All right, good morning, everybody. We're looking good this morning, Rebecca. A lot of sunshine over the area for us here in a bit as we get past official sunrise, which comes up at 6:27 this morning. Heading over to Cookeville, good morning, overlooking the quad at Tennessee Tech. 51 degrees. In some of the outlying areas, though, it is a little cooler. The airport reading from up the mountain just a little bit at Crossville is in the upper 30s this morning. So it's a little bit chilly now, but nice and pleasant weather today. Good weather for you this evening if you want to check out the International Space Station. Should be great viewing this evening. Now, we may have a few clouds out there, but overall, if you want to check it out with the kids, take them out a little bit before 8 o'clock, 7:58 Nashville. From about 8:02, you're going to have a duration a little longer on this than we normally would, so about 4 to 6 minutes with this. Look northwest, so it's going to be from the northwest to the northeast at about 80 degrees above the horizon. Our good friends over at Dyer Observatory have a little bit more information on this if you want to check out their Twitter timeline. I'll show you what is happening right now with our dog walking forecast. Need to get out and walk the dog. This is Dorothy, courtesy of Barry Amato. And Dorothy ready to get out and have some fun today. Temperatures in the 40s now, in the 70s later, but we give you the green paw all day long. So Dorothy and Barry Amato, we appreciate you helping us out. Here's a look at the temps this afternoon. Well above where we ought to be. The normal high today is about 68, so we're running 10 above the average here in Nashville. Overnight tonight, those temperatures are going to fall back into the 50s. Here in Nashville, 53, Dixon 52, 52 Fayetteville, and then 53 back over toward Waynesboro. Not much showing up with radar for us this morning. We'll run the clock on exact track. It does show a few of those high clouds in a little later today, so when you're out trying to catch the space station, there could be a few clouds here and there for us a little bit later. Overnight tonight, fair skies. Tomorrow, a couple of clouds rolling through, but still a good weather day tomorrow. Then we jump ahead to Wednesday. Here comes a chance at some rain moving in, especially as we head toward a Wednesday night and a Thursday. Could be a couple of thunderstorms as well. Here now, your 7-day forecast. Today, 78, tomorrow, still near 80. Here comes that rain chance for Wednesday and into Thursday. We'll bring temperatures down just a little bit for Friday and Saturday. 70 on Saturday, 72 on Sunday. Here is our weather artist today from Prescott Elementary School over in Cookeville, Serenity, a second grader there, looking ahead to that Wednesday forecast with a little rain and lightning in the image there. So Serenity out of Prescott Elementary out of Cookeville, good morning. We'd love to feature your art here on News Channel 5. Hit us up with an email, school@newschannel5.com, or hit me up with an email and I'll give you the snail mail address for that as well. Right now the time is 6:23. Let's go back over now to Ben.
All right, thank you very much, Leland. After the break, kids, watch your wheels. The new rise in bike thefts. Rebecca is tracking it all for you next. Good morning. It's 6:25 and new this morning on News Channel 5. Another unfortunate side effect of the pandemic. A lot of people bought bikes to be outside and enjoy the weather and get some exercise in, but thieves apparently wanted them too. Traffic expert Rebecca Schleicher is here to explain the surge in bike thefts.
Then there's a nonprofit called Bike Index, and they allow people to register their bikes online and then report them stolen if needed. Well, this site is reporting a huge spike in stolen bike cases. The site says by the end of 2020, there was a 24% increase in the number of stolen bikes compared with the year before. And I checked the site overnight. Right now, there are 139 bicycles reported stolen within 100 miles of Nashville. I want to make sure you're doing everything you can to keep your bike safe. Metro Police say make sure you lock both your bike frame and the wheels to something that can't move. Although it might be tempting to just park the bike in a secluded or less busy area, that's actually a much higher risk. Look for a bike rack in a well-lit area instead. And be sure to take pictures of your bike and write down the serial number so you have that information just in case. And we have breaking news right now out of Dickson County. Someone has died in a car and motorcycle involved crash on State Route 46. That's near the Dixon-Hickman County line, and the highway right now is shut down for that investigation. THP on the scene says they expect to be out there possibly for another 4 hours or more, which means the highway will remain closed near Abiff Road. Use Old Highway 46 instead. We have not confirmed exactly who has died in this crash, but there is a motorcycle involved, and that is never something we want to hear. Here's a look at I-65 near Moores Lane in Williamson County. Traffic is moving really nicely. No problems coming up on I-65 there. I-40 in Sawyer Brown Road area. No problems coming in from Bellevue or maybe the Dixon area. If you're on I-40, no problems there. This traffic report is brought to you by Electronic Express. Leland, this would be such a great day to ride your bike outside, just as long as you have a good way to lock it up.
Yeah, definitely. A beautiful day to ride the bike and get out and do that early morning walk. Let's show you what is up right now. First up, check out the scene at sunrise and daybreak out of Adolphus, Kentucky. Nicole Corbett just sharing this with us. Love it when you share images. My5 at newschannel5.com or hit us up on our social media pages. Now, the side effect of all that great weather is the fact that the pollen count is high. Tree pollen very high right now. Juniper, maple, and elm a part of that mix. So here's what's up for you for today. 78 today, 79 tomorrow. Our 10-day now showing at rain chance in for Wednesday into Thursday. For the weekend, still a couple of showers for you on Saturday as well. Right now the time is 6:28. News Channel 5 this morning will continue after this.
Nick Barris live in the 5 Alert Center. You ever get a bit frustrated if there's a delay waiting for your food in the drive-thru at the fast food restaurant? Well, this one behind me, this Burger King you saw a moment ago, woman with an image pulling a gun on the clerk there because of the wait. All the details on the investigation.
It was a busy weekend for volunteers because so many people pitched in to help clean up communities impacted by the flooding. Straight ahead, I'll tell you why it's not too late to sign up to help.
We're excited to get back open sooner than later and do the best we can to get going.
An outpouring of support helps getting a Harpeth Valley staple back on its feet after days of severe flooding. Thanks so much for joining us here for News Channel 5 this morning. I'm Ben Hill. Amy and Nikki D are enjoying some time off with family here this morning, but don't worry, Leland has your forecast completely covered this morning. Leland, hope you had a very happy Easter with the family, and who wouldn't with that wonderful weather we had?
I know, it was great. My kids are older now, but yours enjoyed outdoors. Looking for some eggs, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. Some Easter egg hunting outside. Could stay safe and socially distanced and really soak in that sunshine. And it seems like we're going to get more of that sun here today. Of course, the rain chances ramp up midweek.
Yeah, rain chances on the way by the middle of the week, but get out and have fun today. Let's show you what is happening right now. First up, the view out of the Dixon area from my camera at the bank of Dixon, right now 46. Here in Nashville, a viewpoint from 333 Commerce, which is Tennessee's tallest building. Right now 48 degrees here in America's Music City. Now, radar doesn't show anything for us. We do have a few mid-high-level clouds, but no big deal with any of that. Temperatures have been on the cool side, so yeah, it's coolish for you this morning. So some who get cool easily may want a light jacket or a sweater this morning, but temperatures push near 80 degrees later today and a wind southwest at about 5 to 10. We just hit sunrise 5 minutes ago, sundown 7:12. As we noted earlier, love this time of the year as we continue to add about a minute or two of daylight to each day as it goes by right now. More on that coming up in a few minutes, but right now 6:33. Let's head back over to Ben.
Leland, thank you so much. 1 week after flooding claimed 7 lives here in Middle Tennessee and caused widespread damage, as you can see, those cleanup efforts continue. One Nashville nursing student's home flooded the same day she moved in. Hannah is a nurse midwife student at Vanderbilt. She and her husband are also expecting their first child this July. They recently just bought a new house in Creve Hall. They don't live in a flood zone, so they didn't get flood insurance. And now Hannah says the damage will cost them $25,000.
We lost a lot of furniture. We lost about half of our family photos, which was sad. Our wedding books got destroyed.
And Hannah tells us it'll take at least 6 weeks to get the house fixed. The silver lining is she and her husband and her baby are safe. Well, it was a busy weekend for community groups and volunteers. Thousands of people, as you can see, pitched in to help with flood cleanup efforts. News Channel 5's Aaron Cantrell covering that for us this morning. He is live with more. And Aaron, obviously a lot of people were impacted by these floods, so it's great to see the community stepping up and helping out their neighbors in need.
Right, Ben, there's no surprise there. We know how this is the volunteer state and people really do show up to help out their communities. And there were so many buildings and people impacted by that flooding. In fact, we know of at least 150 buildings had major damage to it because of all that flooding. But thankfully, those volunteers showed up this weekend to help to give back. There was also a lot of debris and litter to clean up as well. Now, a lot of volunteers with Hands on Nashville assisted in the cleanup efforts, and the American Red Cross helped families impacted as well. Right now, they're providing services in 19 counties here in Middle Tennessee. And as of today, they provided overnight stays for more than 323 individuals and served about 4,700 meals. So there is still a need out there, in fact, and they're still looking for volunteers to come out and help these communities. So if you would like to give back, you can go to Hands on Nashville's website to sign up. All you do is go to HON.org. Reporting live in North Nashville, Aaron Cantrell, News Channel 5.
Great to see all those people helping, Aaron. Thank you so much. And business owners who were hit by the storms are also focusing on cleaning up. News Channel 5's Eric Hilt shows us how people are coming together to help get the Harpeth Valley Golf Course cleaned up.
As Middle Tennessee rivers rose during last weekend's storms,
They came in a fury and really just devastated us.
the floodwaters filled the Harpeth Valley Golf Complex. The current carried equipment and even its building downstream.
Across the road from us, there's the part of the Greenway walking trail and a lake over there and marsh. And we found 2 of the golf carts over there.
And turned the entire course
We lost basically everything.
into a water hazard.
It just looked like Lake Michigan or something. It was just, it's overwhelming at first. And we knew it was going to be bad, but really when the reality set in is when it went down enough to come in Monday just to halfway assess things. You just don't know where to start.
Charlie Smoot says the cleanup started
We got a lot of stuff to do.
as soon as the water receded.
I can't believe that we have already done what we've done. We're excited to get back open sooner than later and do the best we can to get going.
He says getting going was possible because of an outpouring of support from the community.
We got a lot of volunteers have been so great and wonderful, and so many calls and emails on how people can help our regular customers.
And now he's ready to see those customers back in the tee box.
Oh, it's going to be such a joy. I can't even begin to explain.
In Bellevue,
It will be very, very emotional. No question about it.
Eric Hilt, News Channel 5.
And owners hope to have the course open again early this week. They do have a GoFundMe to help pay for those repairs you heard about. You can find a link with Eric's story at newschannel5.com. Now, this all serves as a reminder to be ready for severe weather when it strikes. Be sure to join meteorologist Henry Rothenberg on our Facebook page at 12:30 this Wednesday afternoon to learn how to program your weather radio so you and your family can stay safe in any storm this severe weather season.